What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time, maybe consider subscribing. So today is, well, we knew this was going to happen. The Canadian trucker thing is now into its first week. I think we're day 7. And the GoFundMe page that has been funding this effort, which is an amazing effort. Let's talk about that. The essentially a decentralized movement of people wanting freedom have done so in a peaceful yet annoying way by shutting down a lot of trucking in the area, blockading the capital of the country, and cleaning off statues and just being good, solid human beings that only want to earn a livable wage for themselves and not be told what to do at every single corner. And what these truckers have put up with is they put up with tier 3, tier 4 emissions, DEF fluid, all the stuff that has made their cost rise, fuel mileage go down, and limited their ability to create a livable wage. And at some point with the mandates, they were like, that's just enough. We just can't do this anymore. And a bunch of people have come together to support them. And the way that they've done so financially is through a GoFundMe page. And the thing got up to $8 million all in the course of a week, which is pretty incredible. And of course, the wokesters at GoFundMe, dude, what? They canceled it. Which makes sense because you're utilizing government digital fiat currency. And it's like the slowest, worst way to transfer money. I mean, if I go and grab my credit card and now I want to go to the GoFundMe page, I got to have an account. And then they know, okay, Trav donated $100 to help the truckers. And then it's got to be distributed and all that stuff. And you know what? This is the case for crypto. And so what are we seeing them do now? Well, they're moving over to Bitcoin. Look at this. Here we are, right? That not only is the empire up there and everywhere crumbling as these political elites are crushing down on the working man, but now the average dude, the trucker guy, I mean, these guys are unique because they're driving around their cab all day and they're like literally consuming like Rogan, heaven forbid, or they're consuming good content. I know I buy a lot of different products and books, courses, and I just literally listen to them all day, like random stuff. Like I'll go down a rabbit hole and just like learn about something completely random. And I'll spend like an entire week just consuming a course on some sort of product because like that's what I do all day when I'm not in the office. And so what we're now seeing is that these guys are now seeing the case for crypto. I can send something from my phone to your effort, done. I don't need a bank. I don't need a third party. It's just done. Now, I will say that the one thing that they've got to consider here is that possibly the empires, as they continue to fall and crumble, might say, oh, wait a second, that Bitcoin wallet is from Trav, and that goes to a trucker, and that's not good for the nation. And so in national interests, all those transactions need to be penalized of some sort. We need to have some sort of penalty on it. And we could go as far as the 1930s when the empire was kind of not in decline, but it was having an issue in the 1930s here in North America, here in actual America, where Roosevelt was like, yeah, we're going to take everybody's gold. It's better that we have the gold, and then we're going to revalue the gold because we're basically out of money because all the bureaucrats spent it. And then it'll make you poor and make prices go up, but it's good for us, and we have the guns, so that's how it's going to go. Perhaps these people are going to start waking up to game theory and go, oh, we need private cryptos. Now, I'm not saying Bitcoin maximalists. I'm not saying that Bitcoin is not going to be the daddy or the mommy for like, all of time. Okay. I'm just saying that eventually people are like, wait a second, maybe we need to be sending Monero. And this is a hard wallet where, I just can send Monero. And it's a piece of copper. I think it's kind of cool. But nonetheless, eventually people are going to be like, yeah, we need to be sending crypto for sure. So what happens is the government starts to lose their monopoly on currency. That's a major, major interesting development. And then they send fully tracked currency in Bitcoin or Litecoin. Litecoin has privacy features coming to it. Bitcoin has the Lightning Network. I know, but it's not working that well. And so people start to go, well, we need to be able to send people resources privately and immediately. And then what occurs is, well, now the truckers have crypto. What happens then? Well, the people that sell food, they need to take crypto. The people that sell fuel, they need to do crypto. The people that sell tires and brake pads, they need to accept crypto. And now crypto is starting to make its way down the entire supply chain, and the governments with their stranglehold that are creating the issue in the first place. All they had to do is sit back, do their government bureaucracy thing, do their corruption thing, steal as much as they want, but keep it reasonable. Don't steal too much. Just steal steal what you need to steal, but don't steal like all day and then tell people that they gotta like mask and do all the experimentals, and like don't just like keep doing what you're doing, but just don't do it too much, right? There's a balance to being a thug, and like just be one, but don't be too much of a thug. And so now we're at this point where the people are going, yo, we gotta take back the power, and they are moving to crypto. This, I mean, should be a sign to you. Whether you love crypto, you hate crypto, this is the use case of crypto. I've been saying this with my circle of friends since this movement started with the truckers. I'm like, you know that they're going to have to move to crypto, and they're going to have to move to private crypto. They're going to have to. I mean, of course, the first move will be move to Bitcoin. I get it. And maybe you can put that on a second layer and move it around fast. But I don't care what you utilize. I care that the private market is literally going, no more government money. And this should be a huge sign to you. This should be a really positive sign if you want to speculate on crypto. If you know nothing about it, Bitcoin is a safe play, but it's fully tracked. You can get on Blockchain Explorer and see what went where at what time. It's there permanent in the blockchain forever. It is on the blockchain. You move to a private currency like Monero, and it gets really, really interesting because I don't need a fiat to crypto bridge. And I'll dive into that in future videos. But essentially, when I go to buy Bitcoin, when we originally got Bitcoin, we mined that crap on some laptops. Not Macs, but on PCs, Dell, mainly work computers, actually, but at our own apartment. And so my roommates would get it. They put it on their wallet. You'd get it from one of them. You give them cash. And then that's how you got your initial Bitcoins back in the day. Now you got to have like a mining facility. So I'm sure some countries will be pro mining facilities, but you need to have like a warehouse with a power supply to create the Bitcoin. Now, once the Bitcoin's there and you can circulate it, great, everything's cool. But the unique thing about, like, say, Monero is you can mine it on that laptop right back there, and and you trade your electrical power for computing power, and turning it into crypto. And then once you have crypto, well, now you can change it into goods and services or support your favorite truckers, and then they can buy fuel with it, and now it's in the supply chain. So essentially what we're doing is we're trading electrical power for goods and services. And we're doing so in a completely decentralized way because instead of running big mining warehouses, and I'm not hating on the Bitcoin people, all right? I'm team Bitcoin. Just calm down. I know you're coming. I know you're going to be in the comments. Trav, Bitcoin is the only thing that will ever exist. Yeah, just kind of like compact computers or AOL or Firefox or any of the stuff that was just the only thing that could ever exist, bro. Like, I get it. Yeah, like MySpace. Like, I'm a MySpace maximalist, man. But nonetheless, it's like, yeah, people in the free market are going to figure out what works, and the game theory is going to play out, and people are going to adjust based on their own interests, and the governments are going to continue to crumble, and as they continue to crumble, they're going to get worse and worse because history shows us that they always do, and ultimately, you're going to see a worldwide revolt, and it's going to start with the currencies, and then the governments aren't going to have a way to tax, and when they don't have a way to tax, then they're going to get very, very nasty and violent, as they always have, and then the people are going to literally defund their governments. The governments are going to split in half into many little pieces. They're going to just split, fracture, and then they're going to all have to agree at some point in time, and it's going to get nasty because no one's going to be out trucking, no one's going to be out doing work, no one's going to be out selling goods, right? GDP is gross domestic product around the world going to be falling and falling. Currency printing from the political elite as they continue to like fund this, like they're just going to keep printing it. So dollars are going to keep getting printed, or whatever currencies, or fake currencies, government currencies are going to continue to get printed. Goods and services are going to continue to decrease. And there'll be more units of currency chasing fewer goods and services, which is going to cause it's going to cause inflation. And then people that don't want this craziness are going to look for the exit door. And the exit door is going to be in cryptocurrencies that are outside of fiat control. And that's it. And then we all have to have a kumbaya moment, and we have to say, okay, so Jimmy over there is basically a government thug, and he doesn't want to work for a living. He wants to carry a gun and force his decrees at the point of a gun. And so, Jimmy has no employable skills. So what do we do with Jimmy? What are we going to do with Jimmy? Are we going to allow him to exist in our society? Is there a role for Jimmy? Maybe we need to have Jimmy so he can keep the other Jimmys across the pond, at bay. But then we, the people, might be thinking on like, why, what do we do with Jimmy at this point in time? And what I'm saying is that we're moving to a moment where Jimmy's not going to have any money. Okay, because he's going to have to earn money in the form of crypto. And maybe you're a silver guy. I'm about some silver. about throwing silver too. But I'm about silver. I love silver, and there's a good use case for that, right? And can I send silver electronically? Of course. And maybe Jimmy gets smart and he goes, you know what? We need to go back to a hard currency, but you need to be trading on our proof of stake situation, but you can put your silver on deposit with us. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen. Markets have a way of figuring this out, but I think that this is immensely interesting, and I just want to thank the Canadian truckers because, dude, the American males were too soft to do anything. All right. I mean, I see everyone around the world flying these American flags, but dude, the truth of it is America is fake and gay. And there are very few men in America left. All of them are little bitches that are like, oh, Trav, I don't want to do anything. I don't want to get in trouble. Trav, I just want to eat my Cheetos and drink my estrogen water and stay in the pod and eat the bugs. I'm scared, Trav. And it's like, yeah, there's 2 Purple Hearts in my family, and they came with a very, very high kill count. Unbelievably high kill count to get the freedoms that we have. And most people can't get on their damn Instagram and say, hey, I'm not about these mandates. This is messed up. Let's get rid of this shit. And so anyway, guys, thank you for being here. Thank you for liking these videos. Thank you for commenting below. It helps in the algorithm. You guys are the reason that this channel is growing, and I appreciate that because all I can do is just make videos. And until next video, I'll see you down in the comments. Peace.